Hello everybody, this is the Victron, and today we have on the chopping block the last movie Peter Sellers ever did. And it is one of these very long list of horrendously awful things that the Academy has made. How dare you nominate Peter Sellers in the last movie he ever did in what's arguably the second best performance he has ever done in a more serious role. Nobody can top Dr. Strangelove, and yet you did not give him it. This guy won, which I guess is fine, but it's frustrating. You know what else is frustrating? This fucking movie. It's just so annoying sometimes. Let's take a look at the movie Being There. So Peter Sellers, he plays a man who has been a gardener for a rich old man in a house in Washington, D.C. for his entire life. He has never been outside the house. He doesn't know how to read. He doesn't know how to write. The only thing he knows anything about is what's on TV. And he knows a lot about gardening because that interests him. Nothing else seems to do so. Now the old man has died, and he is thrown out into a world he doesn't understand and doesn't understand him back. How is this going to affect him? Is he going to be dead in the next 15 minutes? No. By a string of coincidences, he gets entangled in the highest ranks of politics in Washington, D.C. and soon he has the ears of the president's advisors, and he is mistaken for a political genius because of his earnesty, and when he is talking about gardening, they think he's talking about economy and stuff like that, and how far is his ideas going to be taken, and what's going to happen when he is exposed for being just a simple-minded nobody. Peter Sellers excels in this movie a lot. It is an amazing performance. It is fantastic, and the concept is freaking awesome. This is one of these cases where I don't really know exactly why I dislike this movie. Apparently almost everybody loves this movie and thinks it is one of the most awesome things they've ever seen. And I do understand why they think so. I do understand it because Peter Sellers is so good in this one, because the concept is so great. However, the problem is I just don't feel anything about it, because he doesn't really care about anything. Why should I care about anything? Even though the high amount of earnesty that he brings to this performance is magnetic, and the situations that he finds himself in are surreal, absurd, and quite awesome. It doesn't matter either, because the movie does. And I don't know why, and I'm just so... It's frustrating for me to try to that great. Care that much about it, and it doesn't work as a satire of politics. It doesn't work as a character-driven drama because he doesn't really care that much about anything except gardening and TV. And while the comedy could have been fantastic and excellent. I mean, Peter Sellers is one of the funniest comedians of all time. I didn't laugh particularly many times, but I will say that the ending is freaking awesome. and I fucking hate the outtakes. And I do understand that is maybe the reason why this movie didn't get the Academy Award for him as a performer. If you've never heard of Being There, and if you've never seen it, it's difficult to recommend it or not, because the movie is kind of slow and kind of plodding and feels sometimes horrendously unfocused. It isn't bad or anything like that, but I can't explain why I don't like this movie as I would like to. It was just a big shoulder shrug for me. I would have liked to like it, but I can't. I'm sorry, Being There. I'm sorry, Peter Sellers' last performance, but I can't give you any more than this. This is a tricky one. Good performances, interesting story, and moments of absolute brilliance and a great ending. However, also paired up with an absolutely too long runtime, and the movie is too unfocused. I can only give this movie 53 points. Peter Sellers is freaking awesome. The movie is just okay. So that was Being There, but a little bit more of a laid-back review for a little bit more of a laid-back movie, I guess. So I'll see you next time reviewing, well,